will thank you for starting recording with a regular process with that we follow in every TLA event. We will first hear from our leaders where they set the context and for the session, and then we will go with the trainer. First, I'd like to invite our district director, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri. So to give a brief intro about her, she has done many roles at club level and also in for our district. She has served in all the roles of the trio, and he's been instrumental in chartering and supporting many clubs. And she has been awarded as the president distinguished both area director and also division director. And she is a podium finisher in division level table topic and ISC contest. Let's welcome our district director, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri, to here. Over to you, Gayatri.
Thank you, TLI Chair. A very good evening to everyone present here. I'm so happy to see so many of you who joined about 10 minutes in advance. Shows the keenness that you are having for learning to design. How many of you are very good at drawing, painting? You have a natural affiliation to creative art, especially with painting and drawing. You can raise your hands. I hope the raise hand is available for all. I mean, none of you really. Okay, I can see some of the hands going up. That's fantastic. So I should say I enjoy good painting. I like going through Da Vinci, Van Gogh, and they're all great artists. But I have a lot of ideas in my mind. But when it comes to my hands, I am very, very poor at it. To tell you how poor I am, I've been a very average student in my school. It's not that I was a topper, but I have failed in arts many times. So that is the kind of score that I have got in my art. I used to pass even in geography, mathematics, chemistry, physics. I wasn't great in all of these, but I was able to pass. But art was still a very difficult task for me. Good that in my school after 8th standard, they never expected us to learn art. They thought it's not required or something. So I was able to scrape through. But when I became a Toastmaster, like all the skills that we learn, I think I was given an opportunity to design a newsletter. And this was almost 10 years ago. So we didn't have Canva or any great tools like as we have today. But there was one tool called Microsoft Publisher. And the first time I was very happy with some creative thing that I did that was looking good was that newsletter. I still have that. I still cherish that. I was able to bring in art into a form that was visible to others. I had a lot of ideas in my mind, but for it to come to visibility, I didn't have to use my hands fully. So I think art is one of the important medium of expression, and for creative people, I think art is very important. And today we are going to have one session, which I think we are doing it for the first time in District 120, which is to see how we can create beautiful posters. And I think posters are like the entry gate for all our club meetings. I think a good poster definitely elevates the expectation out of a meeting. And to learn from the person whom I have adored with his creations is definitely going to be really great. I've always seen the posters that he has designed in District 82 site. And I was super surprised to hear that most of it was created through a simple tool called PowerPoint. I don't think he uses Canva so much. And I'm really intrigued to learn from this person, because I think expressing us through the posters is going to be really, really interesting, not just for Toastmasters. And like anything, art creation or artistic creation is always a matter of joy, whether others appreciate it or not. I think when you create a good poster or good newsletter that you are very happy with the design, I think that is like a very, it's a meditative journey. I'm not sure how many of you feel that. I think you can feel the trance state when you get into a good design and then you are happy about it. Whether others appreciate it or not is secondary. I think to take us all through that journey, I think we are going to have a very interesting session. And thank you, Yasser, for accepting to do this session. You are from our mother district, I would say, but so you are still part of our district. And thank you so much for accepting to do this for us. I'm looking forward to learning a lot of new things today. Thank you so much, and back to you, TLI Chair.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Gayatri. Now let's hear from our program quality director, distinguished Toastmaster Mohanakrishnan. He is a man of class where whatever he does as a class, as you heard from our district director. The same way how Yasser does it for the flyers, he does for all the events and whatever work he does. Over to you, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Mohanakrishnan.
Thank you, TLI Chair, Toastmaster Abdul. Hi, everyone. Good evening. One another Thursday. Amazing to see over 50 people joining on a Thursday to learn something. Pretty much not simple, right? A weekday, all of us, some of us probably finished our work and then just came back home, want to rest, but you decided to join here to learn something from an expert PR. I still remember. I think I was the area director back in 2019 when we were D82B, Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka, and that's when I knew Yasser and believe me, people who know me personally know I'm basically a PR guy, right? But I never knew I can make that beautiful posters in PowerPoint until I saw Yasser's posters and one of his sessions somewhere else. But thank you again, Yasser, for coming here to 120 to share your expertise on flyers and basically designing and brand and everything. So to the audience, right? So this is something that hoping pretty much most of you would be VPPIs of your club or someone who is interested in design. This is designing or creating flyers or anything for that matter. But design is very addictive. I would say this is not just going to stop you with your club. It's a life skill. Believe me, it's a life skill. I pretty much started designing flyers for my club and went on to create wedding invitations and birthday invitations and whatnot for family and friends, right? And all that skill is something that I learned in Toastmasters. So it's something amazing. Even if you're learning, you fail, feel free to try that. You will eventually get there for brand complaints and everything. But go out there and try. And you will become a pro. Like today, if you ask Yasser, could you just tell me what's the maroon of or the burgundy of? He can literally tell us the hex code, right? And that's how much all of us can become pro there. So sit back, learn, enjoy, and try to put all these in your club, and we're always here to listen to what you've learned and how it worked in your club. Let us know we're here. Another request, we always try to say that there's a trainer on board and is going to share. I request maximum members to come on video if possible. That's going to help all of us to keep it interactive and especially the trainer, right? So that's something that is something that I want to bring up today as well. Thank you so much. Once again, sit back and learn, as I mentioned, one of the TLA session. Super. Thank you, and over to you, TLA Chair Toastmaster Abdul.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Mohanakrishnan. Now it's time to hear from our club director, Toastmaster Vinod Kumar. To introduce him, for me, Vinod is a calm, composed person who is a member of 3 clubs, and he has served as a past area director and also division director. And now he is currently our club group director. Over to you, Toastmaster Vinod Kumar.
Thank you, TLA Chair, Toastmaster Abdul. I hope I'm audible. Good evening, everyone. I could see there are 64 members today. This is one of the highest trends I've seen on the sessions that we've organized on a weekday. That itself clearly illustrates on how much it is important for all of us to learn a skill. We are all here to not just to promote a band, but it is also an important skill, as PQD said. It's a life skill that we're trying to learn. Let's make the best use of our understanding with PowerPoint so far on what are the magics it can create. Really, I was very much impressed when our posters, which was shared by a district PR, that what PowerPoints can create a magic. that has made me to be very curious to know what is that I'm going to learn today along with you all. So best wishes, and let's make the best out of the learning today. And thank you, Asir, for accepting to be today's trainer. And back to you, Tilecha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vinod, for your address. Now, without any further ado, let's hear from our trainer for today. Distinguished Toastmaster Mohammed Yasir. He's a Toastmaster since 2018, former design evangelist for our District 82B, which comprised of Tamil Nadu. And he was the immediate past Assistant Division Director for Club Growth for Division F in District 82, and past Area Director. Just forget about paying licenses for Canva after this session, because distinguished Toastmaster Yasir will be showing how you can do wonders with just PowerPoint. And I'm seeing and hearing him for the first time, but he heard so many great words from many of our senior Toastmasters. I cannot wait for hearing from distinguished Toastmaster Muhammad Yasir. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Abdul Hadi. I'm already overwhelmed. My goodness, the welcome, and gosh, I have goosebumps right now, to be honest. Thank you very much for all the trio, for your kind words. And I would not be doing this session if not for the members of District 120. I should mention a very special person who identified me as who can do this. It's none other than DTM Raghavan Sridhar. I don't know whether Raghavan is here somewhere. He's the guy who actually identified me. He told me, Yasir, you can't keep this to yourself. You are really good at PowerPoint. You need to share. And that motivated me to do a session. I can remember that's the very first time I was using Zoom, and I was speaking for 5 minutes without turning on my audio, and then he called me and told, bro, you have to turn on your audio. So that's how I was, and look where it took me. My goodness, it was wonderful. And I worked with Sarathi when I was a part of the District 82B PR team. I was in District 82A, but actually I worked with my friends in Tamil Nadu. So yes, it's fantastic. And yes, just like DTM Gayatri said, our TV district director, it takes you to a trance mode. It becomes an addiction designing. In Tamil, we can call it the Paravasam. It takes you to that Paravasa Nilai designing. So I hope there are so many young aspiring designers who are waiting to know what we can accomplish with a simple tool called PowerPoint. Right. So I have around, I think I have around, is it 1 hour, Abdul?
Yes, 50 minutes.
Yeah, 50 minutes, yes. So I'll take you through some of the flyers I designed using PowerPoint, and I will talk about the thought process behind those designs. Now today I will definitely demonstrate a small flyer design using PowerPoint. So I will do a simple flyer to show you the features in PowerPoint, because I think there will be beginner designers, and if time permits, I'll try to design another flyer, a flyer which I would design if I'm asked to design a flyer for one of our club meetings. Right. So first and foremost, please give me permission to share a few of my flyers with you and just give a brief introduction to as how I plan them and how my thought process works. Okay. Right. So I hope you all can see the flyer on the screen now. Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this is one of the flyers I designed just a few days back. You can see the date. It was June 18th. It's for our area gathering. And then this was our outdoor meeting just a few days back. Gratitude. So, and this was a flyer I designed for a club meeting. And this was a flyer for a team meeting. And this was another flyer for a club meeting. Likewise, these are some of the flyers. So every time I design a flyer, now if you are a VPPR of a club, flyers can take you, your flyers can take your club to places where you can't even imagine. Now these days, when I walk into a district conference, and when someone asks me, okay, which club are you from? When I say Hill Capital Toastmasters, oh, you are those PR guys, or that's what we hear. All right. So your flyers they get shared everywhere. And after Corona, it came for designers like us, it came in like a blessing, because it opened up the whole world for us. We were confined just to our district, our country. Now it's not like that, it's more than that. So if you, whenever you design a flyer, if you can communicate a message or a concept through a flyer, I think that's where your flyers become special. So Kalyan was the one who contacted me and asking me, Yasir, can we do this session? And I said yes. And he said, I've been watching your flyers, and that's why I want you to do this session. So I think what he noticed in my flyers, he has noticed something unique, because every time I design a flyer, it's not about who the Toastmaster is, who the general evaluator is, and what's the theme of the meeting. It's not only that. I try to communicate a bit more than that, because just like Gayatri said, this is my addiction. I do it with a lot of passion. Sure. Okay. So if you also have that, I think you can get that. You can get there. I can remember my first flyer. I designed my first flyer. I had absolutely no idea about how to design flyers. And what I did was I copied the flyer and just changed the words. And the next flyer, second flyer, I can remember I had flowers in it. And then DTM, what's his name? Thomas, right? He was the PR manager back then. And we had this flyer of the month contest. And if I don't know whether you have it at the D120, flyer of the month contest changed me. If you are a VP PR, submit your flyers. That's where the growth happens. I was submitting my flyers for 2 months. My flyers never made it to top 5. And then I wanted to know why my flyers are not making it to top 5. And then I went back to zero, started learning designing, started learning the brand, and trust me, with great sense of humbleness, I'm saying this, for the next 8 months, our flyers continuously made it to top 5. So that's how it happened. Right. So now let me quickly take you through some of my flyers. And so in some of the flyers, what I try to do is, if we don't have a specific theme, I try to tell the audience what is in for Toastmaster for them. That's what I do usually. So during this meeting, there was no specific theme. So I got stories or testimonials from some of my friends, and I made a flyer out of it. So this is one sample which you also can try. And this flyer is one of my dream flyers. Whenever I ride my bike, I imagine the concepts. What concept can I communicate in my next flyer? So this flyer was a dream flyer, and I was waiting, and it happened on February 5th, 2023. I wanted to show the transformation during a Toastmasters journey, and this is that flyer. So I'm not trying to communicate the theme, but I'm trying to add value to my flyer by telling the audience what is in store in Toastmasters. And this is a flyer which I really love. Designed it last year August. It's for Moments of Truth session. Again, I tried to convey the audience what Moment of Truth session is about. I just didn't want to put Moment of Truth session and who is conducting. I just want to give them a brief. And this flyer was published just 15 minutes ago in our club page. I designed this yesterday night because our VPPR, she had exams and she was busy, and I said, okay, I'll take it over. So this is the flyer I designed just a while ago. And again, another Moments of Truth flyer. It went on like that, and I think you all will love this flyer because you will see some familiar faces in here. You can see Raghavan, of course. You can see Raghavan, Asokan, Hema Malini, DTM Vijay Lakshmi. They were my inspirations growing up as a Toastmaster, my God. And we had an online speech marathon, and this is definitely a flyer I enjoyed a lot. So right, so I can keep going, but we have to discuss a lot. So this is DTM Munawara, not a new face to you. And yeah, so what I'm trying to say is all these flyers, every single flyer was designed using PowerPoint. Now, PowerPoint is something we all take for granted. We all have that in our laptops, in our computers, in our offices, but we always look for, and the other thing is, we as VPPRs, as designers, we complain that Toastmasters has limited us. There are only few colors we can use. There are only few fonts you can use. There are only few types of images you can use. But what you saw there was what you can do with all those limitations. None of those flyers are brand, all those flyers are brand compliant. So personally, I am someone. I hope there are a lot of cricket fans here. I am someone who would love to score a 50 in a seaming and swinging pitch than score a 300 in a flat track. I think of Toastmasters branding like that. Yes, we have our limitations, but we still can create magic using those limitations. All right. So next time, some of you might be beginner designers. I also started like that. When I started as VPPR, I knew only how to draw lines and circles on PowerPoint. That's it. Trust me, honestly. Then I never attended a designing course or whatever it is. It was self-taught. You have YouTube. You have YouTube nowadays. You can learn a lot from that, and that's how I improved myself. And then next time when you design a flyer, plan ahead as to what you are trying to communicate. If you do it that way, I think you'll be able to come up with wonderful designs. Now, without further ado, I think I'll slowly step into PowerPoint, because that's what we are here for. Okay, here we go. Right, so this interface must not be new to you. Very familiar interface, and I think nowadays everyone has the privilege of using the latest version of Office, right? Most of us at our workplaces, we use Office 365 or probably one of the latest version of PowerPoint. So I first recommend you to get the latest version of PowerPoint, because then you will have all the required features in it. Okay, so first now we have to decide what kind of design you are going to go with. These days we publish our materials, promotional materials, on WhatsApp, Facebook or Instagram, because that's where normally the promotion happens. So usually remember the dimensions in on Instagram or Facebook. When you post a picture, it should be either 1:1 or 5:4 or 4:5. Otherwise the picture you publish will get cropped, so you will be missing some important elements. So you have to make sure your design is a square, perfect square, if not 5:4 or 4:5. All right, so today the dimension I'm going to use is 1:1 square. But when you start your design, you will have to first set up your dimensions. So what you do first of all is, your first step will be to go to design. There is something called slide size. You open that, and then you have obviously page setup. Right. So I was before the session started, I was preparing some materials so that I can manage time, because designing is something which takes a lot of time. So I kept myself prepared anyways as a plan B. Right. So when it comes to the sizes, now your flyer might be just maybe 15 centimeter to 15 centimeter if you want someone to view on their laptop screen or on their computer screen. But it's always better to design it large, so that when it gets compressed, the quality is still intact. So if you choose smaller sizes for your page, then when you save it as a picture, the quality will diminish. So when you publish on social media, the flyer will be blurry, and I think that is not what you were expecting. So what I normally do is I go for a width and height of 100 centimeters, or else you can go with maybe 50 and 50 centimeter, 50 centimeters. So it's this much, so that when it comes on the screen, the quality will be intact. Right. So this is my page size, and I'm ready. So today what I'm trying to demonstrate to you is how we can use simple features on PowerPoint to design creative flyers. And so today's session is not about branding, it's about how to use PowerPoint. And but before that, can I see a raise of hands if you are a new VPPR? If you are a new VPPR, or else if you are new to designing, let's see. Raise of hands. Okay, cool. So we have Priya, Raja. Okay, fine. Right. So I'll make sure that everyone here can gather some thoughts of it, and I hope this session is recorded, so that if you miss anything, you definitely can get the recording and follow. Right. So I'll show you what I'm planning to demonstrate. So this is the flyer. I think Arun is here with us. Arun Kumar is here, right? Yes, we have PR manager. Arun was the one who was coordinating with me after Kalyan. I showed him this flyer, and he said, yeah, it's a nice design. So this is the flyer I was designing just a while ago, maybe half an hour ago. And I thought I'll show you this flyer. So this was done on PowerPoint. And this is something we all use. We can use frequently, because pathway completions happen maybe every month, quite frequently. So if you have a template, then it will be quite convenient for you to publish the flyers. So I thought, and I get a lot of requests from Toastmasters from all over the world to share our club's pathway flyer template. Give me a second and I'll show you that template. I don't know, for some reason a lot of people like that template, and I think I had that template with me somewhere here. Oh, this is one of the pathway templates I created, because usually pathway templates will say what level they have completed and all that, right? So right, so I thought I will design a pathway flyer today, and maybe if anyone needs that, I can share this template, because I was not comfortable sharing our club's template, because as a designer, that's not what someone should do, because we should, doesn't matter how good, how extravagant our design is, if your design can be your own, I think it would be amazing. So let's see how much we can replicate this in this, and then I want to show you how to come up with a flyer like this, which communicates a Toastmasters message to the audience using PowerPoint. All right, so this is our VPPR Toastmaster Kitney, and I've used this, I just designed this a while ago, and this is a flyer you can design if you have a meeting where there's no theme, but you want to tell the audience what Toastmasters is all about. So when they look at this flyer, they will want to join the meeting and see, right, fine. Right, first and foremost, we have brand colors in Toastmasters. So what I do is I always keep a copy of those brand colors, and give me a second, because every time you cannot every time you cannot create the brand colors. So what I do is I keep one saved. Yeah, it's on my desktop, so I'll copy it from my desktop. I've saved it on my desktop, and I'll paste it here. Okay, right, and to be honest, I cannot remember the hexa codes. Yeah, that's pretty lazy of me. I don't I am not good at remembering such codes. So what I do is I have already prepared a template, and I've kept it aside. So whenever I need my colors, they will be available. So how you can come up with that design is, I'll quickly show you in a minute. You can insert a shape, I mean a square, and then you need to fill the color. To fill the color, what you have to do is you go to more fill colors, and then you will get this eyedrop option, and then you click on this color. The color, it's one of the Toastmasters brand colors. You can find these brand colors and the colors used for gradients in your brand manual. So you click on that, and then you click OK. Then your shape will automatically get filled with cool gray. This is cool gray, Toastmasters gray, in other words. All right, and then what you can do is you can press Control and Alter key and shift and pull it to right side, which will give you a copy of that. And then the next shape, you go to shape fill, more colors, eyedropper, click on the next one. Okay, you have the next color. This is the burgundy, the maroon color. Likewise, you prepare all, and then you select all of that. Left click, select all of that, and then you right click, and there is an option called save as image. There's an option called save as image. You save it as image wherever you want. I usually save it at desktop because I don't want to go onto folders and search it and waste my time, and I have kept it saved on my desktop, so I have it whenever I need it. Fine. And one more common feature you might have seen on our club's flyers will be the quality of pictures. I don't know how many of you noticed that. It's the quality of pictures. So if you are a VPPR, you should definitely have a team behind you to support, to get good pictures. Now, I take my camera whenever I go to a meeting. I have a good lens, a reasonably good lens, and I have a flash gun, so that regardless of the lighting, I always get quality, candid pictures of our friends of a club. So you can do that, or else we have our division conferences and we hire a photographer. So at least get some good pictures from the photographers. Or else I know a club, they have only online meetings. What they did was they went to a studio and they all dressed up and they took some random candid pictures and they are using those pictures for their flyers. All right. So if you're someone who has gone through the Toastmasters branding manual, we are supposed to use pictures of our members where they are engaged or empowered, or else we have to use pictures where the Toastmasters environment is projected. So that's very important, and you must have noticed in all our flyers the pictures are there, and the pictures have to have good quality. So try your best to get good pictures, and that will definitely elevate the quality of your flyer. Now this is the plan. I'm going to show you how this flyer is made on PowerPoint. Right, so let's do a quick background check. This is Toastmaster Umair Amin from our club, and let's assume that he has completed level 3 of presentation mastery, and he completed level 3 on today, on 21st September. He completed it today. Right, so what I'm trying to communicate to the audience is Toastmaster Umair has completed level 3, and just more, I just want the flyer to communicate more than that. So I thought of adding some information like what is Pathways, what are the types of projects we do, so that a non-Toastmaster, when they look at this flyer, okay, they will want to know. Now imagine you publish a flyer of you like this, all your friends at your workplace will want to know, man, Umair, you are on a flyer, what's this all about? What is understanding intelligent emotions? What is icebreaker? What is evaluation and feedback? They will want to know. So if your flyers have a bit more details about whatever the concept is, maybe it's MOT, maybe it is a TLI event, maybe it's an international speech contest, whatever it is, evaluation contest, if you have some sort of information, then I think it will communicate the idea more. Right, now the main subject of this flyer is Toastmaster Umair, so I need to bring his picture. Now let me show you the picture of him I took at our last club meeting. Right, I just copied it to our folder, and this was the picture. All right, fine. So if you need a proper portrait picture of one of your members, nowadays we have very good sophisticated phones with good cameras, so picture quality is not going to be a problem. So find a place with good lighting and find a white background. So we found a white wall, and this is our club t-shirt. Okay, and you can see the Toastmasters brand colors, and we got the approval from TI, and we designed our own club t-shirt, and I don't know, the club t-shirt gives a whole new vibe to your flyer. It increases that Toastmaster sense even more. It amplifies it more. So this is our club t-shirt, and you can see Toastmaster Umair is empowered, like power pose is there. But I don't want the background. I don't want the background. I just want him. So in PowerPoint, you have an option called remove background. You can see on the left corner. If you click on the picture, you will get that on the left top. So you click on that, and then you'll see how the background is magically getting removed. So the color, the area in magenta, that part will not be there on the picture anymore. And now you can see at the bottom part, his bottom part of his t-shirt is eliminated. If you want that, you can click on this mark areas to keep, and then you can just drag it. So yes, it will appear. Okay, and then you hit keep the changes. Ta-da, the background is removed. Okay, so I'll show you a little while ago. The background was not removed, so when I move it, you can see it's covering, and after we use the background removal option, the background is gone. So that now I can put that picture on any background I want, and I can make it blend in with any background I want. Right, so this is what PowerPoint has to offer you. And sometimes so PowerPoint can act funny. All right, sometimes after a while half of his face will be gone, half of his hand will be gone. It can happen on PowerPoint sometimes. So once you do that, okay, now you get a good a crisp sharp a crisp image with the background being removed. What you do is you quickly right click on it and you copy it, and then you delete it. Okay, you delete it, and then you right click again, and there is an option called paste special. I'm using a Mac. In your Windows it might sound a little different. So go to paste special and then picture TIFF. When you click on that, or else in Windows I think it will be save as picture or something like that. then now it is saved as a picture. So whatever you do, nothing will happen to that. It will stay as it is. Okay, the background is removed, and his parts of his body will not disappear suddenly, right? So this, but there is a downside to it. You can use this option on PowerPoint only if the background does not have many disturbances. If you choose a picture with a lot of disturbances on the background, PowerPoint is not intelligent enough to identify them. For that, you will have to use advanced softwares, or else there's a website called remove.bg. You can upload the picture there, and you can get the background removed. But why do we bother when we have a very convenient option on PowerPoint itself? So try to find a good background, and the picture quality also has to be good. So try to find a friend of your club who has a good camera, or else who has a good phone which can give you good pictures, right? Fine. Now this is Toastmaster Umair, and the planning goes like this. I want lines to appear from his body depicting the levels, and then I'm going to highlight the level he has currently finished, and also the levels he has already finished. And I don't want his, I want the picture to blend in with the flyer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it to the corner, and I'm going to crop the image a little bit like this. So let me show you. Go to picture format, crop, and you do this. When you do that, now you see he's blended. He's like he's blending in with the flyer. So he's a part of the flyer now. Okay, right. And another important part you have to be mindful about, important mistake, I mean a common mistake rather, I notice in designers is they leave this part like this. I mean the bottom part like this. If you leave the bottom part like that, it will give the feel that Toastmaster Umair is floating somewhere. So we should avoid that. Either you put it down, or else you do this. You can do what I'm going to do next. Now I'm going to add these 5 bands, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do you do that? You go to insert, you go to shapes, and you just go to rectangle, and you insert the shape. Okay, you insert the shape. Done. Right, so first shape is ready, and the plan is this. I want to use blue color gradient for the parts which he has already completed, maroon gradient for the part which he has currently completed, and gray gradient. There are 3 gradients you can use for the parts he will be completing in future, as you can see on this flyer. That was the plan, right? So you add this one, and then you click on Toastmaster Umair's picture and right click on it, and then you say bring to front, and you can see he's front and the band is behind. So now it appears as if it's appearing from him. So if you leave the band like this, it's not smooth, but if you leave it like this, it's smooth, right? Okay, so what we do is we go to format shape on top, and let's get rid of the outline here. This is the shape outline, so I'll get rid of that, no outline, and then let's add the gradient. All right, let's add the gradient. So to add the gradient, what you can do is you can right click on it. Sorry, you can right click on it, and there is something called format shape. You can right click on it, and you can go to format shape. And I think by mistakenly I copied this picture. Right. Okay. Now, okay. You can click format shape, and then there is an option called fill. You can go to gradient fill, and now I'm going to use the blue gradient. How do I use the blue gradient? I need the 2 blues to use the blue gradient, and then what I do is I go to gradient fill, and I have to select one color from which should appear on the left corner. Then I click on this, and I choose the blue gradient color. So I'll go to more colors, click on this, and click on this, and say okay. It appears. And then the other end, I need the light blue version of Toastmasters gradient blue, and then you click on eyedropper, you click on this, click OK, you have that done. Fine. Now that is for level 1, and I need a copy of that for level 2 as well. So what I do is I press Control Alter in Windows, Command Option on Mac, and Shift, and click and drag. So it will give you a copy of that rectangle, and when you press the Shift, you can only move vertically or horizontally. You will not move anywhere. So alignment will not be a problem. Okay, so you can see the second band, and you click on Toastmaster Umair's flyer, right click on it, bring front, band goes behind. Done. So I have 2 levels done. And the third level, you click on it and you drag it again. What do? You click on it with Control Alter Shift. it will give you a copy. If not, copy paste, but I don't do copy paste because I need to maintain the alignment, right? So this, at this time I want this to be in in maroon color. Why? Because he has completed level 3. I want to be in maroon color, and I want it to be highlighted a bit more. So I will increase the size of that a little bit more, and then I right click on it. And I go to format shape, and I quickly change the colors to maroon gradient. So go to eyedropper, click on maroon gradient, OK, and then click on the other maroon gradient, eyedropper, OK. All right. So likewise, now you have the third band. Okay, and then I need 2 similar bands on top. I'll select both. How do you select both? Click, Control, click, both get selected. Control, Alt, Shift, click, drag, gone. 2 more, and then again click on M. Right click on the picture, bring front. Bands are gone. So when you do this, you can see like some like rays coming out of his body. These bands are coming out, and then for both of them, I'll quickly format the shape with gray gradient. Let me quickly do that. Okay, and then the light gray gradient. Done. Okay. So we have our 5 bands. He has completed his first 2 levels. Third level is the latest levels he completed, and then 4th and 5th levels are the levels he is planning to complete. And then we need to add the other details, right? So whenever you design a Toastmasters flyer, it's very important that it's brand compliant. So you can see how brand compliant the flyers. I'm using only the Toastmasters colors, and more importantly, you should have the you should have the logo. Actually, you should have the logo to depict that it's Toastmasters. But I don't know whether on our club t-shirt the logo is there, but still I usually go with the logo. So I have imported the logo already. Due to the time constraints, I will copy it and paste it here. You know how to do it. And then now logo, please go to Toastmasters website and download the PNG version of it, so that it can blend in with any background. And if you are a brand expert, you should know that there must be sufficient clear space around the logo. We consider it sacred. We should give enough respect to the logo. That's something we are very serious about as Toastmaster designers. And then of course I have the club name and the purpose of the flyer. So I'll just add a line here to segregate the place for the logo, and I can't use this light blue. So I'll just change it to our Toastmasters gray. Done. And then you are supposed to add text. So you go to insert, and you go to text box, and then you type in the club name, Hill Capital Toastmasters, right? So I use Gotham. Gotham is one of the brand fonts. I use only Gotham because I'm for 2 reasons. One, Gotham is classy, and I am a Batman fan, so I always go with Gotham. Even now, even for my other designs, I go with Gotham because Gotham is such a clean font and very readable, understandable, but yet it's classy. So first comes the club name, and then I want to add another text mentioning the purpose of the flyer. So I'm going to copy this, press Control, Alt and Shift and drag it down, which will give me a copy. And then I'm going to say pathway is a level completion flyer, level completion. Like that. But I don't want them both to be on the in same colors. What you can do is you can select it and then you can change the color. Maroon. Yep. Add maroon to it, maroon, and I want the font style to be a little different. So when you go to Gotham, it will give you all the different font styles. I'll go with bold so that it will reduce the thickness a little bit. And if you feel like the spacing between the lines is a little too much, you can go to this option, that is line spacing. Then you go to line spacing options and change single spacing to multiple, and it's already single, so we'll make it decimal, 0.8. Done. So we have this. Okay, right, then you can see in this flyer I have filled the space with important information. So what you can do now is you can quickly make a copy of this, and you can make a copy of this. How is that? Control Alt, you drag it, you'll get a copy of it, and then we'll type number 1 because this is for level 1. So level 1, and I'll reduce the size of it. You justify it and you reduce the size. You press shift and press the arrows, it will increase, reduce size. And I want this one to be here because I'm going to use that for level 1, and I can't have obviously a blue font on blue background. So I'm going to change the font color to white. Okay, level 1. And for some reason, I don't know, you can see how elegant the flyer looks when we use large letters. So level 1, level 2, you try this when you design a flyer next time. Larger the letter, it gives a nice vibe to the flyer, right? So 1, and then you type in level on top of that. So what I do is I don't like typing over and over again. So I always make a copy of what I've already typed and make the changes there. Level, and select all, use the size, change the font color, justify to use the size, and drag it down. See, simple. Otherwise, every time if you want to type it, it becomes really tedious. Right, so you add level 1, and after that what I have done is I've added line here, and you can see right, so there are some questions. I'll be answering them once the session is over, right? Please keep your questions published in the chat. I'll attend to them once the session is over, right? So level 1, and then under level 1 I have added the 3 projects he has completed. So since you can type it in, I'll just copy it and paste it here. So the 3 levels are ready in here. I have added the 3 levels he has completed, right? Then after that I have added a tick sign. So I'll just quickly show you where you can find the tick sign. You can go to insert and you can go to icons. In the new PowerPoint you have these icons give a very nice vibe to the flyers, right? And then there you can just type in whatever the icon you need. So I need a tick icon. You type tick, you'll get the tick icon. Select on that and you say insert, and you'll get it in the middle. And I want it to be in white color, so you go to graphic fill and then you change the color. Simple as that. Done. And then you bring it here. It's too big, I'll make it small by pressing shift and arrow, and done. Then you make copies of it and you post it. Done. Simple. Okay, right. So I think a lot of steps are repetitive, so I'll only show the important steps so that you can try them. And likewise you can do the same for level 2. Make a copy of this and paste it there. Level 2. So a lot of typing is involved, that's why I'm quickly copying it and pasting, otherwise it will take ages. And then level 3, I want to highlight it more. So what I've done is same steps, but I have used a different color, contrasting color with slightly larger font size, so that that level is highlighted more. If you want to select all of them, you can click and drag, and whatever the area you cover with that rectangle will get selected, and you copy and then paste it. Done. All right. So level 3 is, you can see it's highlighted a bit more, color wise, size wise, it's highlighted. So it gives the message that the Toastmaster has actually finished level 3. And after that, for the other 2 levels he is supposed to finish, you can see I have gone with black color because the background is light. So basic design etiquettes or basic design rules, you'll have to go for a dark color. And what other dark color than black? Now I left it a bit dull because they are the levels to be completed, right? Now I personally see a design fault here. Can anyone tell me from the audience what design fault you can see in here? You can unmute and speak, or you can maybe publish in the chat.
Yeah, so I think the text is not uniformly distributed. On level 4 and level 5. So the text is so small. The font size.
Yes, exactly. Perfect. Yeah. So level 4 and level 1, 2, 3, the space is being utilized. Now level 1, I know there's some space, but it's okay. Level 2 is also okay, but level 4 and 5, it's not utilized. So we should not leave it that way. If you leave a blank space like that, too much free space will definitely dilute the effectiveness. So what you can do is, we know in level 5 and level 4 there are a lot of elective projects. So maybe you can add a couple of elective projects here. I don't know, it's up to you. So your design, you can work on it. Some elective projects, I think there is something called creating a social presence in social media, something like that. So likewise, you can add some other details, and you can fill this part in, and you can see for elective I have used a thin line because I wanted to highlight effective body line. Even in level 3, there are a lot of elective projects. I have only highlighted the projects which were done by Toastmaster Umair. So you can do that. So we should not leave such a blank space here. You can let your imagination flow and fill that part, but that should be something relevant to level 4 and level 5. Done. So I missed a very important part, that is his name. So it should be highlighted more. Therefore, I went with this font, just congratulating him with his name. Congratulations, Umair. And at the bottom, I wanted to highlight the path. So for that, I have used these. Now you know how to add the font and how to change the size and how to change the colors and everything. So this is okay. I'll just go back to this flyer. Right. So this is I don't know how many, has anyone seen these pictures? I don't know. Have you? Anybody? Can you raise your hands if you have come across these really cool pictures of pins?
There during the pathway selection, we may able
yeah. So I don't know whether these pins are still available at Toastmasters website. Probably yes. These images will be available for you.
Yes, it is. It's available.
Okay, amazing, right? Then yeah. So you should use this. See how cool it is. I mean, it really elevates the quality of the design, I believe. So you can definitely use that. I'm using it here. So what you can do is, if you are a designer, there will be plenty of parts being completed, plenty of different members. So you can use different for different parts. You can use different pins and keep that ready. Yeah. So that I think that will give a very nice vibe to your flyer, right? So this is a sample, and if when you look at it at once, let's close your eyes and open your eyes, and when you look at it at once, it just screams Toastmasters brand, doesn't it? All the brand colors, only the brand colors are there, only the band fonts are there, and there's a Toastmaster who is empowered, right? Yeah. It's up to you. Like Priyang is asking, should we extend this behind his neck? Yeah, it's up to you. It's it's your preference. It's not necessary. Yeah, if you feel like it should gray rectangle should go up to that extent. Yeah, you should definitely, you can go ahead. Okay, right. So I hope you learnt some design aspects as to how you can come up with cool design. So what we can do is, Arun Kumar is here, I believe. Arun, maybe we can give this as a challenge for our VPPRs, and let's see who can come up with the best replication of this. They can use their own club's information, their images of their own club members, and or else an actual pathway level completion flyer for one of their own club members' actual pathway completion. So, and let's see who comes up with the best design. Can we do that? Yeah, okay. And yes, now you don't have to limit yourself just to PowerPoint. Now some of you might be comfortable with other designing platforms. I love PowerPoint. I can easily shift to Canva or Illustrator, but I don't know, for some reason I don't want to leave PowerPoint. Just so in love with it. I just continuing with that. Right, fine. So Abdul Hari, I could not see your timer's card. How many minutes do we have left, Abdul? Please, sorry, lost track of time a little bit.
We have 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes.
6 more minutes. All right, fine. Right, good. So now we saw how to come up with a brand compliant flyer. Just a very simple concept, pathway flyer. And one more thing, make sure that all the photos look similar. I'll show you a sample quickly of our flyers, our pathway flyers. Yes, so I'm the one who is in charge of designing the pathway flyers for our club members, and I'll show you how we maintain consistency. This is a different design I use. So I get a lot of requests to share this template, but we don't do that. That's why I wanted to show. So these are our pathway flyers. You can see how consistent our flyers are. We use the same template, and similar sort of images, and we get the images of our club members with our club t-shirt. And this is a bit of an advanced, not that advanced, but somewhat advanced design which was done on PowerPoint. I can do that, but it will require more time. So what you can do is you can still use this kind of simple yet classy template, but consistency is very important. Quality of the picture, the size of the picture, the orientation of the picture, everything. If you can maintain that consistency, then it will be amazing, right? Fine. So Nageswaran, you can download those TI brand colors in your brand manual. Yes. So if you can get the brand manual from Toastmasters design portal, you can go there, Toastmaster website, and download it. Right, fine. So unfortunately time ran out, but this is a flyer I would have designed if I was asked to design a flyer which depicts Toastmasters message. I love using images of our friends standing, because when they stand, it gives that power pose, doesn't it? No matter how much you use pictures above our waist, this gives a whole new vibe. So I encourage, very rarely see these kind of pictures being used. In flyers. So I encourage our VPPRs to take these kind of pictures, and so this is a flyer I did, and since we have just a couple of minutes, I'll just take 2 minutes and show you how I use. You can see this person. This is Kitmi, our VPPR, and do you notice that she looks a little too real? I mean, she doesn't look like a picture. You get what I say? I hope you can get what I say. So she looks 3D, doesn't she? So if you can add that you can add that effect. Yeah, shadow. Yes, exactly. Using shadow and a small technique, you can add that effect. So give me 2 minutes. I'll try to show you that. So let me go to the folder. I think I have saved her picture. Kitmi. Yes, Kitmi. Okay. Right. So what you do is you use this picture, and then you right click on it. You go to format picture. You go to shadow, right? And then you add the shadow you would like to add to the picture. I'll go with this option, right? Okay. Then you play with the distance. You increase the distance a little bit, but now see you can see the shadow a little too much. It's too contrasting or too strong, and then you increase the transparency, and then you increase the blur, and then the shadow will look like an actual shadow, right? Okay. Right. But when a person stands, there will be a shadow behind the person. So what you do is you make a copy of that, click on it, Control, Alter, Shift, drag it. So you have another copy, and then you change the shadow option to this option. Which one? This one. So now you see a shadow of Kitmi behind her, and then again it's too too strong. So let's dilute it a little bit by increasing the transparency perhaps, so it becomes a little. And also please play with the blur, so that now you have a very light and beautiful real looking shadow. Okay, so you see it's a shadow, and then what you do is you click on the two pictures, and then you go to the option called arrange, and then there is an option called align, left align it, right. Now you see it has that 3D vibe, but still when a person stands near their feet, there will be you will be noticing that they are standing. So what you do there is you can add a small circle like this below their foot, and this is the circle, and then go to gradient fill, and there is an option called path fill, right? And then of course you get rid of the line, and then you can add path fill, and you add maybe black color or dark gray, increase the transparency a little bit, and the corner also you make the same color, and then increasing the transparency completely. Right, now you have a spot like this, circular spot like this. You drag it and you put it behind their leg, and one more step, you drag it and put it, and then you select those two, click on them, you send back. Right. This is exactly what I was talking. I think this is a little too strong. You can, edit it, and I hope you can see how I have done it at the bottom. If you check those cricket posters and all, they look so real because of this 3D effect. So my friends, unfortunately, the time has run out. This is just a drop of what you can, I've just showed you a drop of what you can do with PowerPoint. And yes, it's an art. It takes a lot of time for us to master. So from our club, we have this initiative of publishing PowerPoint tutorials on our YouTube channel continuously, each and every option. So I will share those tutorials with Arun Kumar so that our VPPRs of District 120 also can benefit it. We'll be releasing those videos as a series so that, for example, gradient, shadow, removal of background, whatever it is, or sample flyers, I will share those content so that our VPPRs can learn and grow and put up some wonderful flyers. Right, I think my time's up. Yes, if there are any questions, I'll be willing to take them.
Yeah, yes. Like I'm doing VPPR.
Hi, Prasanna.
Yeah, yes. Like as you have mentioned, right? I follow a template. When I did this last OTP, right? I have addressed the same to the person who was introduced. What is the VPPR going to do with? Okay. So during that time, I have already started doing the club deliverables. Okay, I made an Excel template as what you have said, right? I used to send out a flyer. I made out with some column settings so that it will show like a ladder or like a glassy option where it will have a cards which you have showed, right? Different levels with the center. I made it as a template. So one time activity, I have done it in Excel, but I've got some input from you that how we can arrange with the colors as well, which I will work it out. But for the benefit of ours, the people who are here, if they are able to create a template also, it will be benefit them. Either going typing and again, we'll go and picturize them, their levels. We can able to add it and we can able to showcase it. As you have mentioned about making them into PNG or in TIFF or into a JPG, which may be able to help them. That's it from my end. Thank you for briefing the current trend, what we have it in PowerPoint. I went into my backward time where before 10, 12 years, where I'm used to play in my uncle's system, used to create some sort of PowerPoints. But yeah, as you mentioned, we don't require any external softwares. We can use MS Office platform thoroughly if we are knowing out the tools and their process. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Prasanna. And with Office 365, I think you can edit it online as well, I believe. Right, so many options left, right?
Thank you, Yasir, for a wonderful session. My question is, sometimes for the YouTube thumbnails, there is a white background at the back of the photograph. So on what occasions we need to use this highlight?
So you're asking about the YouTube template, right? Is it?
Thumbnails, normally there will be a white background at the back of the photograph.
I'm not sure whether I understood your question. Right. So perhaps can I connect to you maybe after the session and maybe you can show me an example and then I can get back to you if you don't mind. Yeah. Okay.
So Yasir, fantastic session. Thank you so much. Really enjoyed it. I never knew you can make such wonderful flyers in PPT. Question to you, is there any repository of templates which we can utilize in Toastmasters site or?
Yes, Karthik, I think there are templates, but I don't think they are so elegant or anything. I don't think you might be able to find good quality templates. So we might have to create our own templates. I'm more than willing to share the template I designed today with you all. So I will share it with Arun Kumar. He can share it across. But I humbly request you to come up with your own templates. That's where the growth happens. Maybe you can try replicating that template and see how it goes. And I would love to really see at least 2 or 3 Toastmasters replicating that. And if I can see that, then I think this session is quite successful.
Yasir, do you have a design degree or something, or it's your passion that you have been doing right from the beginning?
Passion, absolute passion, nothing else. It was like a hobby. Yeah. I can remember designing around 250 or 300 flyers when I was the part of D82B team. I get scolded from my mom and dad for just sitting in front of the laptop all the time. Gosh, that was for the days.
And for every, almost all the events you do it, right? I saw that level completion is what you demonstrated, but generally for invites, everything you guys do it. So, or is there any?
Yeah. Now I mean, we have a team in our club, and we are trying to continue our legacy. We are empowering our new members, and I am a part of the PR team. Whenever someone is swamped with work, I step in. Yes, and if you want some inspiration, you all are welcome to visit our club's page, Hill Capital Toastmasters, and you will be able to see our work. And I'm not following clubs from D120. I'm really sorry, but in Sri Lanka right now, they have upped the PR game. My God, superb PR. You see, there are clubs like Oasis, Wednesdays Toastmasters, 24/7 Toastmasters. My God, now the creativity is flourishing. So you will be able to see some wonderful designs. In I think D82 page, our Facebook page, there are some great flyers, and you are always welcome to check out our club flyers as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much. The time well spent. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure is all mine.
Yeah, sir, there are two more questions that was in the chat box. Probably it was more in the comments, so I'll read it for you. Is it okay to display TM logo at top left corner? I have seen only logo at either the right top corner or in the center. Probably from the brand perspective or from your design angle, you can suggest.
Yeah, I think when you are using the logo of your organization, your company, and Toastmasters logo, there is some limitation. Please go through the brand manual. But in a flyer like this, the place where the position where we are placing the logo is not a problem, I guess. As long as the logo is placed on, is distinctly visible, then no problem. And those days, back in the days, we were supposed to place it only on top of brand colors, but nowadays it's not like that anymore. As long as the logo is distinctly visible, then it's fine. So there's no such limitation.
Thank you. There's one more question. Can you please show how to edit picture background edit once again?
Yeah, I think maybe they can go through the recording, and I promise that we will publish that series, PowerPoint PR series, where each of those options will be explained, and you'll get it so that you can learn from the scratch.
Okay. So we have already exceeded 10 minutes over the session. Abdul had to step out for a session. So if there are any one more question we can take up, I think Ranga is unmuting. You have any questions, sir?
No, just wanted to thank.
Yeah.
Details.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, District Director, you have anything to add?
Yeah, so I had a call, so I had to step out, but I'll go through the recording in depth. Yes, sir, I'm going to ask for a request in front of everyone, so with hoping that you will not say no. Would you have some time at some point, say for a couple of weeks, if you would be willing, we can add you to our VPPR group, and you could give some suggestions for them to improve the poster. So I would be very happy to have you there permanently. But if you can spare a week or two, I think we'll be very grateful. I've been a big fan of your designing, and that is why I approached you through Kalyan, because he has the best contact. So for me, it is a dream come true, because I want all our club posters to give a tough competition to D82 branding. I know we will get there. And I think it's a healthy competition we want to have. So, but if you would be able to spare some time, I'll be very happy to invite you to our VPPR group, and you could give them some suggestions of how they can enhance the current flyers they create.
Yeah, I'll be absolutely honored, madam. Yes, of course, I'll be absolutely honored. Yeah.
I'm asking this in front of everybody so that you will not say no. But yeah, I'll get Arun to get you added there, and we will inform the VPPRs. I think that will help us elevate a lot, and we are very happy to learn from the best. So thank you so much for being there today.
Yeah, okay. And I'll just add one more thing. Designing just one session like this, it's not going to help the creators. It's a long process. So let's try to make this a continuous learning process. We have a few more months to go in this term. So I'll try my best to give as much as I can, because I owe it to D120. Without
I'm so
D120,
happy.
I won't be here.
Okay, so see, we have these TLI sessions every Thursday, and the plan is to reserve one Thursday exclusively for designing. And I've been bugging Kajitan to give a session on Canva. So I'll be very happy to have more sessions from you. We'll discuss through and we'll see how best we can utilize your skills. Thank you so much, Yasir.
Okay, ma'am. Please get DTM Kajitan. He's
Yeah,
genius.
he's in UK this month. So he has also
Okay.
promised a session for me. So we will work together. I know you are all design buddies. So
Yeah.
for people who don't know, do check the YouTube for this word called Kajitan and Toastmasters, and you'll be amazed at the posters and the videos he creates using Canva. So we'll have a session from him also sometime very soon.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, DTM Yasir, once again. And for your special thank you for the acceptance for you to be part of the VPPR group as well. We'll be learning more, and that's a wonderful opportunity for all the VPPRs around here. The session doesn't end here. We have a lot of clarifications that you can be addressed to the VPPR group as well. Once again, I thank you everyone for joining and staying even till 11 minutes past the scheduled time. It's really great to see your enthusiasm and looking forward to a brand compliant flyers in the days to come. Thank you so much. I'll end the recording.
Yeah.